This next video shows you how to use Microsoft Teams, which is relatively new in our clinic, but has proven to be a very effective communication tool between physicians, between nurses, secretaries. So let me show you how to use this. You may be familiar with it from private use. So on your home screen, you'll see the Microsoft Teams icon. So you'll double click on that and it will load. And let me just show you. So there's a couple different, so on the side here, these are the different features. So the first one is a chat feature. The next one is to create a team or sort of a collaborative way to share information. This is your calendar for meetings and then for making phone calls. So I think the main thing that you'll be using in clinic is this chat feature here. So what you could do is you can add favorites, so nurses that you communicate with or doctors, and you can send them instant messages to communicate in clinic. So for instance, let's say you wanted to send the nurse you were working with a message. So we click up here on new chat, and let's say that I was working with Phyllis Sutton, who's one of our LPNs. So so her name is up here, and I might say, hi, Phyllis, is the 1:30 patient here? And I'm not going to click send, but you would click send, and then she would respond back, yes, no, yes, they're in this room, no, they're not in that room. So this is a good way to communicate with the nurses. Let's say that you were working with, most of the attendings, you'll come down and speak to them directly, but let's say you were busy in a room, you might say, I'm working with Dr. Grodeguth here, you would find Dr. Grodeguth, and you would say, Dr. Grodeguth, I have a concern in room 15. Can you come down? Or something like that. And so then you would send him that message and he would get that. So I think this is probably how you use Teams the most in clinic during your 3 years. Other things you can do, there are, again, these are teams, which is a sort of a collaborative group of people where you can post different items, documents, sort of like a SharePoint. You can also send messages. I'm not sure you'll get as much into this during that. I think mostly the chat function, but just wanted to briefly mention that. And it's a pretty cool program. You can play around with it. I think it's been a good addition to our clinic since it was rolled out last year.